Are you record you? Do you want to comb your hair or anything?
I'm not on camera.
It looks like you could stand a hair combing.
Well, that's not a nice thing to say.
Well, it's still accurate. Welcome back to Talking Story. My name is John Minton, and so glad you joined us today. What is today? March 6th? 7th?
I don't know.
It's early March, which means we're going to go back in time. We're going to get in the not so way back machine and go back just a little bit and wrap up all of February, everything that we read here on the channel and covered here on the channel for the month of February. And at the end of that, we are going to try and handle the amount of excitement that's going to come at us and pick our read of the month.
It's March 6th.
It's March 6th, Jacob said. So, are you ready to guess what the read of the month was?
I'm going to say Song for Our Bond.
That's your guess? That's your official guess?
You did read that last month, right?
It was last month.
Or am I remembering it correct? Yeah. I'm going to let me look over and cheat.
No, you just got to guess. Don't you pay attention to these?
I've got the other view that the camera doesn't have. Yeah.
All right.
I'm going to say Song for Our Bond.
Song for Our Bond is how we kicked off the month. This was a buddy read with Christopher Navo, Ben at Bingus Khan, Zara on Books, and me. We had a full spoiler-filled chat. We started non-spoiler and then went into a spoiler-filled chat over on Ben's channel, Books with Bingus Khan, and we will put a link if you want to go check that out. If you've read the book, if you've not read the book, you can check out the spoiler-free section at the beginning. And I mean, I was just wowed. I was absolutely wowed by this. This was my first GGK read. I had never read Guy Gavriel Kay. So many booktubers that I admire had said this was a very, very special author. And this book in particular, if you've gone on any type of artistic journey at all, is really going to just get down into your soul and be that special kind of read for you. And it absolutely was for me. There were some scenes in this that I'm going to carry forever. A lot of times you read a book and you check yourself 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months down the road, and you think you can kind of broad strokes get the story, but you kind of think, oh, what were the highlights in that again? What were those character names? What exactly was happening? And sometimes it gets fuzzy, especially when you're reading book after book after book. But there are some books that just those certain scenes just touch you. They're so crystalline. They're so perfect. They just get under your skin and they live with you forever and always. There are, I know, at least 2, maybe some more as time goes on and I get some distance from this read and look back, that are just gonna make up my best of list of scenes upstairs when I start going back over things or something hits me in the world and I think back on a certain scene, and it's always gonna be there. Just a wonderful plotter. He pays off every breadcrumb he lays on the way, some to shocking effect by the end, which is completely and absolutely, utterly satisfying. This is not the beginning of a series. It is not the beginning of a trilogy. This is a story in one book. This book is an all-encompassing story with an amazing beginning of this amazing instigating incident in the history of this world that sets everything off, a line of dominoes that are just going to topple into infinity, and a build-up, and then an end that is so satisfying, all completely in one beautiful package of a piece of art here. It's a family drama. It's an encroaching holy war. It's a treatise on how important artistic expression is to us as a people and a culture. It is
your book of the month.
I'm not picking yet.
Do I get something if I'm right though?
What do you want?
I don't know.
Well, think about it.
Can I shoot you with
now you derailed my whole train of thought.
Can I shoot you with a Nerf dart?
No!
But that's what I want.
No! Or I might we'll see.
You might let me.
I might let you.
Okay.
I might let you. If you're right, get the Nerf.
I think
get the
I'm
Nerf gun ready.
I'm ready.
Okay, so it's also a family drama and all these things in one, extremely exciting. Think about what's most important to you. It's in here and it's covered in an amazing way thematically, dramatically. And did I mention the prose is just gorgeous. It is just lush. It is just poetic. You have to go over some passages over and over again. Not only does this deal with the theme of art and how important it is to us, It's a work of art in and of itself. And did I say love story? For those softies out there, absolutely. Cannot recommend highly enough. That was how we kicked off the month. It's I haven't said it.
I got excited. I'm sorry.
I haven't said it. And you missed. See, it was fair.
I just got excited.
It was fair. This is how this month of February with Valentine's Day. What an amazing way to kick off the month. And we kept the party going because, we went back to Riverfall Chronicles. I have committed to do one at least indie published read a month. And I started that journey by jumping into Jacqueline Hagan's series of the Riverfall Chronicles with the Wickwire Watch. I'm not the only one that loves this series. There's a reason why it's a finalist in SPIFBO this year. And I finally got around to grabbing book 2. Why? Because she was so generous with her time and joined us on the channel here for an amazing interview in our artist series. What's the name of our artist series?
An Artist Journey. An
Artist Journey. It was so nice to join us in Old Man Brain in our Artist Journey series and spend some time with
You host the show
and talk about. I was there. I swear I was there.
You're there in every one.
I remember that.
I forget.
I don't remember what it's called. I remember who I was with and I was there. But hey, give me. Wait until you have this much snow on your roof.
It's not early in the morning. You've got no excuse.
I have no excuse except for the snow on the roof. You wait and then you talk to me. Well, you probably can't talk to me when you have this much snow. I'll probably be, not snow on top of dirt.
Well, don't do that. We're having a good time.
Yeah, well, okay. Yeah,
You've ruined everything.
I ruin everything. So, but we kept the month going. She was so generous to spend time with us at our Artist Journey series. If you have not checked that out, we'll put a link. We will put a link, right?
Yeah, I know.
We'll put a link because, wow, what a special, talented, amazing lady. And this book, too, did not disappoint. I am still completely all in on the Riverfall Chronicles. Not only am I all in, I am even more all in because 2 things. Number 1, wow, can you say cliffhanger? And number 2, I know book 4 is scheduled for summer, so I got to get book 3 read so I'm ready for book 4. It's duking it out with Michael R. Miller and Dr. Philip Chase for favorite indie series for me right now.
It's a lot of good indie reads you've been through.
A lot of good indie reads, man.
And you've talked to all of them, haven't you?
I have talked.
Has Philip Chase been on Artist Journey?
Yes, I have talked to all of them.
Yeah,
check all those out. If you haven't started any indie reads, I'm telling you, any of those 3 series. But if you want to start with this one, wow, you will not be disappointed. Dickensian, mystery, a little dash of some horror, some spookiness. I absolutely adored it. We go deep, deep, deep into the themes of this series and this book in particular in that Artist Journey. So check it out if you're interested at all. We keep it very, very vague and spoiler-free for the most part. So I think it would just entice you to want to get into it and not actually ruin anything for you. So if you haven't read them yet, I bet you if you check it out and you watch this amazing author talk about her work, you will want to. You will want to dive in. And I'm here to tell you it's well worth the dive. The water is warm and fine. What can I say? Everything you love about fantasy is in here in this. It's not just, it's such a genre blender. You will get tastes of everything. It's an entire buffet of amazing goodness in one series. And I cannot recommend that highly enough. So it could be in the running.
Is it your favorite of the month?
It could be. I'm just saying, save your darts, boyo.
I'll save it
because that could be in the running.
It sounds like you really enjoyed it.
I would border on. I had an amazing time. Amazing time.
Now you had more than just time to have Jacqueline Hagan on.
I had Jacqueline Hagan on, and exciting news. This buddy read that we got going on for the trilogy of the 5 Warrior Angels, that is me and Josh at Red Fury Books and Usman at Bards and Books. That's all that's left. We started off with more. We started off with five booktubers, 5 critics taking on the 5 Warrior Angels, and it's down to 3 because we had 2 that jumped off of this book for this book 2 read, because I'm going to tell you, it gets rough. It gets brutal. This is an unflinching look at war. It does not sugarcoat anything. It does not look away when it comes time to those in authority menacing and attacking in brutal and vicious and humiliating and disgusting and degrading ways those that are weaker than them. And like I say, it is a brutal, grim read. So for those of us that stuck it out, now the buddy read is the three of us. Did I have a good time with this? Yes. Did it make me flinch? Did it make me cringe? Yes, absolutely. There are things in there that did make me cringe, but the story pulled me along. You would think that this would be kind of a long read. It's a chunky boy, but it whips by pretty quickly. There's so much going on here. There's so much to keep track of. This is, if you like to go to a table in Vegas or maybe just a cardboard box on a street corner of New York City and you want to see that person with that 3-card monte and you try and keep up with things and find the red lady at the end, that's kind of what this book is doing to me. It is driving me crazy. It takes those tried and true tropes of epic fantasy. Who is the chosen one? Their destiny is calling, but the chosen one could literally be any of these main characters and then some of the B characters and then some characters that just get introduced late in book 3, and just to keep track of it all. And not only that, but you have to keep track of the magical weapons that are going to be handed down and the jewels that go with the weapons. And there is so much going on. He's like that wild performer, that acrobat that has so many plates spinning on sticks, and you're wondering how he can keep them all up there, and somehow he does. And you just get pulled along with it, and you're just asking these amazing questions all the way through about the mysteries that are going on. And we had our second discussion with the Buddy Read group that's doing this, Josh and Usman and myself, just a few days ago. We keep it spoiler-free at the beginning again. Check that out. It's on Josh's channel, Red Fury Books. And then we go into full spoilers. If you've read this, check it out. It was a really great and fun discussion. And we are doing book 3 this month in March, and then when we have our final discussion, Brian Lee Durfee is going to join us. So it will be the three of us doing the buddy read and the author himself to answer how he kept all these plates on sticks. It's going to be a great wrap up to a great buddy read. It has been so much fun and so enjoyable, not only reading some epic chonker books that I would have just picked up and enjoyed anyway, but to read along with some amazing new friends here on BookTube, it has just been a great time. So,
was it your book of the month?
Who could say?
You could say.
I could. I mean,
you will say.
Not only me, all three of us that read this truly enjoyed it and had a great time, even though there are some brutal parts.
It could be.
It could be.
We'll see.
It could be. It could be. And then, ever since I started this channel, when I wanted to find some new authors and I wanted to throw myself into BookTube, I did not know of Brandon Sanderson. And at the very beginning of this journey for me on BookTube, video number 1, I think.
Elantris.
Yeah.
Elantris
a review for Elantris. I started a Cosmere catch-up. I was going to catch up on all of the Cosmere and be ready for Stormlight Archive Book 5, Wind and Truth, that drops the end of this year. So we have to get a little bit of Sandersonian goodness, who I call the Human Storymatic 3000, every month to be ready for that eventuality of that book dropping at the end of the year. So this month was Edge Dancer, that Stormlight Archive 2.5, I guess you would call it, where we get to spend a little bit more time with Lift. I have to say, I've loved some of Arcanum Unbounded, and I think some are a little bit more of a miss with me. For me, Edge Dancer was a little bit more of a miss with me. I'm not going to say I want my time back. I'm not going to say, oh, wow, I'll never get that time again. Why did I spend it here? I'm not going to say that at all. I got to explore another city of Roshar. I got to have, I think, some few slight mysteries unveiled and have a better understanding of what's going on. I have a better understanding of who Lift is, which is kind of cool because I think she starts playing more and more of a role as we go forward. But when I think about how much I loved Emperor's Soul, I believe it was called, or Secret History, or some of the other things that I truly, really dug here in Arcanum Unbounded, Edge Dancer was not up to that level for me. So I had a good time. Don't want my time back, but I'm not going to say, oh, hit it out of the park. One of my favorite things in Arcanum Unbounded. Can't say that.
Was it your favorite of the month?
Well, it's not even in the running because it's a novella.
Yeah.
I got to go full novel to be book of the month. I think that was a rule. I think that was a rule I made in January.
I think it's a rule you made up right now.
And I'm sticking to it because you know what? I get to make the rules here.
If you say so.
Yeah, absolutely. And this, my friends, was calling to me. Ever since I read the first volume, and I was kind of like, I'm not in love yet, but I so many times I walked past the shelf this month, and I was like, man, I wish I had a little bit of time to steal. I wish I could get into volume 2 because I really want to see what happens next. And I finally was able to squeeze it in, and I read volume 2. And I gotta say, this weird stew of so many different storytelling styles that is going on here, that he is pulling influences from so many different things. Pirate stories, Viking stories, sequential picture storytelling that goes all the way back to pictures on cave walls. Commedia dell'arte, the Three Stooges, physical humor, and then some very serious family type drama and questions, and some very interesting things about found family and friendship, and then some interesting themes that I found in volume 2 about the definition of what treasure is. Is it just a chest full of doubloons and jewels? Can it be something else? Can it be different things to different people as we're going to have this long quest of trying to find the ultimate treasure? What is treasure exactly? And I really enjoyed that theme play out in volume 2. Buggy, not my favorite bad guy so far, but I know he sticks around here for volume 3, which, yeah, I gotta tell you guys, I'm the same. I'm not saying I'm in love yet. Like, I'm not saying, oh my God, this is, what I hear about so many people say about this series. But I'm starting to see glimmers of why it has so many fans. It's got so much going on. And it has such a long tradition in storytelling and so many different types of storytelling going all the way back. And it utilizes each of them in a different, distinct way to pull together to something very singular in this storytelling outing. And I'm starting to see every volume I read, I'm starting to see more and more of why it is so special to so many people. And I can start to see I'm going to hit that point where the light switch is going to pop for me, and I'm going to go, I get it. I totally get it. I think each volume I get a little bit closer. And I don't know. March is crazy stacked for me, but if I can, I mean, it just keeps calling to me. If I can sneak in volume 3, I'm going to do it.
Oh, okay.
And
I'm not going to stop you.
And on our last bookstore trip, what did I pick up?
I don't remember.
I picked up the next...
Oh, you got the next volume?
I picked up the next 3... I didn't buy it, but I picked it up and looked at it, and it's like...
I think
almost like it gets under my skin and is haunting me. I'm telling you. There's something...
Well, that doesn't sound appealing at all.
Well, but in the best way. There's something here, and I can't define it yet, but I'm really starting to see why so many people find it so special.
Any time that I bring up any type of anime or manga to you over the past 5 years, what have you said?
No.
Yeah, straight up no.
Yeah.
Even a movie with subtitles, like a Korean film, anything.
Yeah.
It's no.
Yeah.
Now you've changed.
Yeah.
You've gone to the dark side.
It's not the dark side. I had you have so little time to get into the stories. I wanted to get into the stories of my favorites, and my leisure time I was very protective of it. And part of this booktube journey has made me want to get out of my comfort area and embrace what I'm hearing about from so many different people now that are becoming like peers and friends and respected critics as well. And it's really pushed me to experience different things.
It's cool to see.
Yeah, I'm having a great time.
You get a round of applause.
Golf clap. I'm getting a golf clap. And first time as well, I had never read Riley Sager. I was kind of, after all this chunky epicness, epic fantasy reads. I was looking for something fast, something quick, something thriller-esque, and I hear no one does it better in the modern era than Riley Sager. I've heard that from a couple people, and they're not wrong. He understands this form so well I would say by page 10, he had defined the world, he had defined the characters, he had defined the baggage that they are dragging behind them as they're being sucked into this mystery. We've got two women, both guilt-ridden, one a caregiver, one an elderly person needing care. They're going to be thrown together in this House of Usher type situation where we're having a bit of classism clash, and between them getting to know each other and getting to know the very interesting cast of characters in that house, the truth of both of their past is going to come out, and they're going to uncover each other's secrets, and they're going to... That's all I'm going to say, because no spoilers. And I always, when you're reading a thriller, you're trying to get the puzzle pieces and you're trying to figure out, you're trying to be a bit of a Sherlock and have an answer before you get to the final pages or the final chapters. And I will say, I did crack the case. For what I felt made sense to me, I saw it coming. I found the clues. I saw it coming. Now, Mr. Sager had some other whiz-bang parts of his ending, more fireworks to go off, more shoes to drop that I did not see coming because it was just a little too much for me. It was just kind of a bridge too far for me. There was some things at this ending that he wanted to be spectacular, and it's like, that's just awful convenient that it would stack up that way. And I just can't suspend my silly putty disbelief that far. And there's the carbon dating phrase for this video, silly putty.
I know what silly putty is.
Okay.
I had silly putty when I was a kid.
Oh!
Although maybe that's just because you're my dad.
That's quite possibly because I'm your dad. So, but I couldn't suspend my disbelief as far as the spectacular ending he wanted to hide behind his back until it's time to reveal. The rest of it I could see coming because he had laid the foundation and it made sense to me and I could go there. So a bit of the ending for me fell flat. I can understand why people love this writer. I can understand because he is a master of this genre. He understands the structure of it. He understands when to drop the shoe. He understands how to keep you turning pages. He understands the cliffhangers in between chapters to keep you going and going and going, and just enough of a puzzle piece here or there to keep you feeling like the smartest person in the world as you're reading this because you're putting the case together in your own head. But I just couldn't go all in on the ending on this. So it left me, and the ending is that last bit before you close the book. So it just left me a trifle cold on Riley Sager. So if you're out there and you're a huge Riley Sager fan, you let me know in comments, hey, where should I go next? Is there something that you think would be kind of more to my liking, something that there's just no way I wouldn't be blown away by? If you're a Riley Sager fan, let me know, because I'm not saying I'm completely all done with him and wouldn't try him again. I'm just saying the ending on this one left me a trifle cold.
And was it your book of the month?
Well, the stack is done. The stack is done. So we have to choose a book of the month. And I think it's going to be no shock for anybody that my book of the month is going to be A Song for Arbonne by Guy Gavriel Kay.
I'm very happy that I was right.
So
I won't shoot you right now.
Okay, good.
It has to happen at a time that you're not ready for it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do the rest of this like looking this way. Okay. But not really. But this absolutely not only... Oh, God! Oh, I'm going to get you for this. Okay, so not only is this my book of the month, this has got to be in the running for book of the year for me. This is a very special read for me. I cannot wait to read my next Guy Gavriel Kay. I think the gang is going to get back together and maybe do Tigana, I think is what we're talking about. Possibly Lions of Al Rassan, but I think we were all leaning towards Tigana. If you have not read this, I implore you to give this a try. Beautiful, language, thematically, characters, everything that we come to the medium of literature for, to push ourselves, to stretch ourselves, to better understand ourselves. It is all in this one volume, and I was just completely blown away, and that's why this is going to be my book of the read for February. So you let me know, what was your read of the month for February? I hope it was as special for you as this was for me. And hit me up in the comments and let me know. We love comments here. The whole reason we started this was, not only to get on all these buddy reads and meet new people, but to meet you, to talk to you. I love comments. I answer them as quickly as I possibly can. Each one is important to me. It just makes my whole day when you shoot me something in comments. So let me know how your month was. Let me know what you think of my book of the month. Whatever you want to hit me up with. And hey, while you're down there, there's that little thumbs up button. Hit that for me, because it helps everything we do here, right, Jacob?
Sure.
Yeah, it helps us do everything, helps new people find us, helps us find new friends that love books like we do. And, while you're down there, if you've stopped by a time or two and, you like this doofus talking about books that's getting peppered by darts with his kid because he happened to guess luckily, go ahead and subscribe. That helps you find us over and over again, helps you come back by, helps you stop by weekly and catch up with us and hang out. Nothing makes me happier than that. So, and it takes no time at all. It's like it's done. That's it. Just a quick click, and it just feels good. It feels right all the way around. It's a good thing to do. And that's going to be it for us. I think that wraps up the month of February.
Well, I didn't read anything.
You did read something in fact.
I didn't finish.
You didn't finish it.
I didn't finish it.
You didn't finish it, but you are, what, 3/4?
3/4 of the way through Golden Sun.
Yes. Yes.
Ready to start Morning Star right after.
And you're going to have to.
And then I'll do Mistborn.
And then he's going to Mistborn. And what? This is your first Cosmere.
Yes, it is.
And why is he doing Cosmere?
I have to, because we're doing Dragonsteel.
That's it. We are committed. We are going to Dragonsteel. Everybody's going to be there. We hope to meet you. We hope to shake hands and meet everybody face to face. It's going to be a great, great weekend. And we're crazy excited.
I'm going to feel like a knob if I'm the only one there that hasn't read a Brandon Sanderson book.
Well, that's a familiar feeling for you.
Because I'm pretty sure I would be the only one.
Oh, you would be the only one that had not read any Brandon Sanderson at Dragonsteel.
And then we got to fix that.
Yeah, we're going to fix that. After the first trilogy of Red Rising, Jacob's diving in Mistborn Era 1.
Yes, I am.
And we're going to track every bit of it here. So maybe by the end of the week, we can get how you feel about Golden Sun all the way through.
Well, I'm not going to be able to do a 20-minute eloquent review like you can, where you sit down with Post-it notes with 4 words on it and talk for 30 minutes uncut. I can't do that.
No, but you can do what you can do. You can say what you...
I can talk for 5 seconds. And
yeah,
say,
there you go.
I liked it.
You're good for 5 seconds.
That's all I can do.
Book good.
That's about it.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You read my mind.
I'm sure I speak for everybody when we're all very, very much looking forward to that.
That can't be true.
That it's 100% true. Thank you guys so much for stopping by. It means the world to us. We are just loving our time on BookTube. And if you just stop by to see what this guy got up to reading in the month of February, that just tells me that you're book people. And in my book, that makes you the best people. My name is John Minton, and this has been Talking Story.